Hello, sexy souls, and welcome back to the channel. So, if I just want to say this before before we proceed, in the last video I didn't mention it at all, and I felt like, I hope people aren't thinking that, even though I don't really care. But I just want to make it clear that a hairdresser did not do this to my hair. I did it to myself. It's not that bad, but like there is a lot of blending errors on the sides. But I had so much fun doing it, and it was my very first time trying to cut my hair. I watched Brad Mondo, his tutorial. Watched like 5 minutes and then I just winged it, and yeah, I should have just watched the full thing because I was like, it was nighttime. I was a little sleep deprived. I couldn't really see because all I had was this light and a mirror that wasn't really that good. But anyway, enough about my hair. I just wanted to let you know that a hairdresser did not do that. So this did that to me. But I had fun. I might even dye my hair myself. I'm joking, I would never. I'd done that once and it really failed. But anyway, so I'm just gonna take a little sip of water. So today is reading. I'm excited. This is an exciting one. I wanted to do something a little positive, a little bit like, you know, not so doom and gloom, because a lot of mine have kind of went that way. But I know you guys don't mind because I try to say it in a nice way sometimes. And most of the time I do, but hopefully this is a positive reading. I haven't actually looked at the cards, but my intention before picking the piles was to kind of just see what it is that you're manifesting currently. And it's something for positive, it's a positive change, but I'm not sure how the cards will read. It might come across as not a positive thing as well. I'm not sure. For some of you, because I wanted it to be fully truthful to like your highest purpose or whatever, not just something that's kind of superficial. You know, we always think on like ego things that we want to manifest, and that's fine. Like that's, everybody does that, but I wanted it to just mean more than that. So we're going to be looking into that. So we have 4 groups today. This is group number 1. You can choose a crystal or you can choose a card. I'm not sure which we want to do. Group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. So whenever you have chosen your pile, go down into the description box and you will find your timestamp, and I will see you in a second. Hello, group number 1. So I'm not going to do any channeling here myself. I'm going to just go straight into the cards, try and look at the meanings and symbolism and stuff, and then I can kind of channel in, like jump into the card kind of thing. So I want to start off by saying I'm getting a feeling, I get a feeling that just from what I was picking up, just looking at the whole overall everything, that this year has probably been like really transformational for you, whereas like the start of the year you went through a massive change. Some of you maybe moved back home, some of you had to really do a lot of stuff with family members as well and kind of bring the connection back. So a lot of that has been going on with you, group number 1. And I feel like you had a little bit of a hard time reconnecting with your mother. Some of you are older now, and some of you have a partner, and the relationship that you have, or just the relationship with your mother, it had to change, and that's why you probably felt a lot of that was tested this year. And that was all for a reason, because there was some healing that you had to do there with your own mother, and now it's kind of like you're getting a new beginning for you, group number 1. I am definitely seeing a new beginning for you in regards to actually doing what you've always wanted to do, because of the 3 of Pentacles here. The thing that you love the most and the thing that you wanted to create from a very young age, the thing that you did, some of you may have kind of dabbled in it in school, learned about it, or even like you went to like summer schools and you did something. It's something like, it was like it always kind of followed you along in life, but you always had to kind of let it go back to it, and it just kind of never really progressed anywhere. Okay, but now it's like everything is really good. Your family life is really good. You have a good connection with everyone right now, and it's like everyone's kind of socially distancing, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just looking at this card, and they have these little placemats, and I've seen like they're throwing the placemats around, and they're all like joining in on this like family game of whatever. I don't know, I'm seeing a vision. It's like the family's kind of getting together and enjoying life a little bit now in a different way, and it's also, it's kind of bringing you back to your childhood as well, but it's just, it's, everything is so different now in your family. Like, it's not the same at all, and you kind of you were finding it a little bit difficult to adapt to the new changes, but now it seems like everything is just clearer, and you understand the family dynamics and how they really work for you in your life, and what you have to do for yourself, but also be there for your family. You've figured it out now. You've cracked the code, kind of, because just with this here for me, it's just like you understand everyone. There's no one that you need to be suspicious of, and I feel like there's someone in your family that you were worried about. I'm not going to be too specific, but for some of you, it's your mother. You were worried about her as well. But others, it's like there's either a rekindling of a connection, not you, but two other people in your family. Wow, that moon is literally, there's a little tiny gap in the window, and the moon is just beaming in. Sorry, it really distracted me. What was I talking about? Yeah, it's like stuff that happened with this person was not always going the best for them, and you've always kind of been envisioning that they were gonna get things together, and that you've manifested that for them through your own hope and belief that it was going to change, and it has changed. So you've kind of been manifesting for other people as well. You've been changing the lives of those around you, and you probably didn't realize, but that's what you were manifesting. You were really worrying about other people and hoping that they were going to be okay, and you were creating, through helping them, through manifestation for them, you were also kind of changing your own self as well. So that's really good, because that's like you're manifesting in a completely different way to a lot of people. But now it's like you are kind of putting something off that you've been thinking about for a really long time, because it's right there with the 8 of Wands. It's like it's going to come super fast for you once you take that leap of faith. And also just pay attention to pay more attention to the journeys that you are taking. So wherever it is that you have to go, because the main thing that you're manifesting here is some sort of event or group. There's something to do with a group here with the 3 of Pentacles, but it's like, sorry, I'm trying to get that card back in. It's like you finally realized that you are a different person now, and there's a lot of risks that you have to take, and you're kind of like given this opportunity with the Fool card and everything being sorted out, lots of things being sorted out in your home life, in your family life. Now it's like, okay, I fixed everything. Now what am I doing? And now you have to actually start looking into what it is that you want to do. Like, you've been slowly working on it little by little by little by little, and it's been a really long journey. But now it's like, now you have the opportunity to just make it go super fast. And in order to do that, you need to not be afraid to just get up and go and take action with this 8 of Wands. It's like you're going to get backed up by the universe. The universe is like, come on, you need to come together now. There's so many people out there that you can be working with, and it's almost like the universe is saying, we have them all lined up, but you have to take the next step. And the next step for you is not being afraid to fail, because a lot of you are thinking that something's going to go wrong, and it's like, it's almost, how do I put this? This is a thought that actually isn't going to manifest, because deep, so I don't feel like anything's going to go wrong for you, because you're trying to stall yourself in some way. But deep down, for things to actually manifest, you can think about things all of the time. It doesn't mean like if you think on, you're gonna drive over a deer on the road, it doesn't mean that's going to manifest, because it's just silly, stupid thought. So manifestations actually happen when you feel it, like you actually feel it. So if you get that's instinct, or that sacral chakra, like intuition, like gut feeling kind of thing, that's when things manifest, because you can feel it. You can feel the actual energy. It's not the thought, it's the actual thought and the feeling together combined. So nothing is actually going to go wrong, but you're trying to tell yourself, but you don't feel it. You feel that everything's going to work out, but you're trying to stop yourself. So that's kind of what's going on here in your energy. And whatever it is that you're going to be working on, I really do think that your mum is going to be really proud of you, and you're also attracting in another motherly figure in your new kind of other life, or whatever it is that maybe your mother doesn't understand something that you're doing, and they never really saw you going that direction in life. But now you've healed. I still see a little bit, for some of you, a little bit of more healing to do, but it's like healing through proving and making them happy to see you happy. That's something that's being like cracked open between you and your mother, or whoever is the motherly person in your life. But you're going to start working on something, and eventually you're manifesting a mentor. So some of you maybe wanted to attract someone to teach you more, but you wanted someone who was legit, someone that actually knew what they were doing. You're going to be working through her. She's going to also get you working with other people, and through these other people, they're going to bring everything that you need. So some of you need extra knowledge from an area that you're weak in. Some of you also need a little bit of, more compassion towards the topics that or the things that you're going to be looking into. And then others of you, I'm also feeling like you're kind of going to be above, kind of giving people roles. So maybe you are working for yourself, and now you're thinking, I have to expand, and I have to dictate different. Is that dictate? I don't like that word. Why did I use that word? I don't know. I don't like that word. You're going to say, here, can you do this for me? I don't know what the word is for that, but you're going to have to ask for people's help in certain things, because you're kind of expanded now that it's probably going to be a little bit more intense, but also exciting at the same time. With this Three of Pentacles, I just see it. It's very exciting. It's like something that you never thought was going to happen, but it's already there. I can see it happening for you. And when it does happen, I just want to tell you to take a step back and appreciate what it is you're going to create, because this is going to give you the financial breakthrough that you've always needed, because you're going to see how useful it is to have other people invested in what your dream is, or whatever, because you're going to see through them working with you as well. It's all going to kind of come together, and this new beginning is going to be feeling at the start almost like it's similar to the energy at the start of the year, but it's actually so different. It's just going to feel the same, because you're triggering yourself from whatever happened in the start of the year. You're triggering yourself in a way like, but really it's actual, the fear that you get before the best thing of your life happens. That's what it is. So yeah, oh no, I'm not finished. I have an oracle card. So, trust, desert passage. We have, I'm looking at the sun, so if you, I was looking at the sun, but I was feeling sacral chakra. This is very sensual, where you're heading. There's a lot of also kind of, I did feel that with that guy up there, standing up there. I don't know, the way he's looking at this girl, and I don't know, there's a relationship kind of being thought about. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not looking too much into that, but the connection I felt from that was kind of like admiring someone because of what they do. But anyway, I just feel like there's a little bit of some sort of, this journey is going to lead you to it's going to help you creative wise open up more in a sensual way, and in a way that is loving yourself, but also loving your own body in a way as well. Anyway, trust that there is a divine plan is what it says. So that is what I have for you, group number 1. So why do I always do praying hands? I never even pray. I meditate. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if this resonated, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So I am not going to channel in the beginning as I usually do. I am just going to read the cards and kind of look at the symbols and the meanings and stuff, and then I will probably end up diving into the cards and doing it that way. But see, for me, it's kind of hard now because I'm so used to just kind of intuitively visualizing and stuff. And sometimes now it's harder for me to read the meanings. But yeah, this is an interesting energy, and I was picking up a few different things. So I'm just going to go with it and then see where it goes as I am talking. Okay, so definitely here with this King of Wands, it's like the energy of the King of Wands is almost telling me that everything in your life has been always so certain. Everything was always so smooth in the way that it went. When you made a decision, you had fun with it, and you're quite smooth with things. Like whenever you make a decision and you are like not afraid of the decision that you're making, you really, really live that out to that path. You take that path with such a stride. Like you are like walk the walk, and you're not afraid to take it slow either. Just with this King of Wands, he really makes me feel like he is the type of person who is very intuitive with when they're going on a trip or a holiday or something. But definitely here for me, it feels like there's more travel needed for something, and it's something that you're manifesting. And I really am, I can't help but, it's like I don't see anything here, but I keep hearing it, that there is something. It has to do with you knowing, even though you don't know, but you do know. It's almost like you're being guided to make a decision in your life. And I don't want to throw you off, because this is your own manifestation. It's something that you believe that is what you're going to be searching for, and it's where you're going. And where you're going is somewhere that feels right to you. It's like it's calling you. And I also feel like where you're living at the minute, there is a lot of like disharmony. Disharmony? Is that a word? Unbalance. The community that you're in, it just doesn't seem that you feel like you fit in there. It's not that you are unbalanced in yourself. It's like you're past the mentality of trying to impress people with stuff that you own, kind of thing. Like you don't want to save money to buy things that will mean nothing to you. You want more out of life, and it's also kind of triggered you in a way that you're like, I cannot be like this anymore. I have to live my life. I have to live my life. And it's like you've had this kind of awakening probably this year, because I'm looking at the number 20 in this card. I'm thinking 2020. So judgment. And it definitely feels like you have been under a spell with the little hand there with a wand. It's like you've been under a spell, and it's like the veil has been lifted. And you always seen things, for me it's like you always seen things as one way. It's like, again, I'm bringing it back to when you decided you were on a path, you stuck to it, and you were very dedicated, and you also had fun, but you were also you had blinders on. So it's like you would be walking, I'm visualizing like someone walking, and then and just really so focused and like motivated on what they're doing all of the time, that they weren't taking, that you weren't taking in things as you were walking along. Like there were so many times for you to just stop and enjoy the other things in life that are meant to matter on a very small scale. It's like your dreams were so big, and you weren't afraid to like and splurge on things. But now it's not about the splurge. It's not about spending money, because money for you it's like there's a different energy with money. Maybe in this year, it's like money has kind of went like this or something, or it got a little bit like, I'm feeling like friction. I don't know, like your energy with money, and it just kind of was battling you internally. And I feel like now with this is a weird energy too. This is like this path. It's just like I honestly think that this is a newer manifestation that's almost like soul. It's guided by your soul more so. It's almost like you don't know what it is that you're manifesting. It's something so simple. You're wanting to manifest something that gives you a sense of freedom and happiness. That's kind of what you're manifesting. It's not something as specific as, well, I do want to say that because I don't know if I mentioned it already, but at the beginning, I felt like you're going to be manifesting someone in your life that is pure and utter like romance like the olden days. Like so different to the stories that you were telling yourself before. These are stories that are in books, kind of thing, and you won't want to believe them, but whenever you're living them in the future, you're going to look back and think, what is this? This is so unlike my character, but it gives you freedom to attract this person. You're being guided to go somewhere, to move somewhere, or just to do something that involves you getting out of your comfort zone with your own community, because that collective community consciousness just doesn't resonate with you. And it's like you're finally realizing that you don't have to live like this. Like in this card, he's carrying all these logs, and like there's a trailer back there, and he's ignoring, again, that's the thing I was picking up. Didn't actually know there was a trailer. Yeah, it's like he could just, he walked past a trailer, and that trailer could have assisted him. So I feel like you've realized that there's so many things, so many opportunities that you could have taken on but you were like, nah, but I love where you're coming from. I love where you're coming from, and I would love to help you and love you to help me, but I have to do what I have to do. It's literally how I feel about you. Not all of you, but it's just like you were so happy. You're such a happy person when it comes to these things. But now you're realizing, like, what does it all why does it matter anyway? Why, like, it's like you realize, I think that you're realizing that the journey is the most important part, and not, because I'm kind of sounding a bit like confusing here, because I said that you enjoy your journey, but it's a different energy now. I can't explain it. It's like, I hope you can explain it better than I can, but I feel like you understand where I'm coming from. It's, you were enjoying it, but you were kind of not enjoying it with other people. That's what it was. It was like you were enjoying it on your own, and now it's like, well, why can't I enjoy life like this with people coming with me? And I feel like that's what you're going towards. You're manifesting a relationship where you kind of have your best friend who can come travel with you, who can do things that you want to do. I haven't taken a drink yet. And yeah, I think as well here, some of you may have lost touch with it's kind of like life kind of took a turn for the worst at some point, and you lost a little bit of hope in something that you were working towards. So now you're it's kind of like fuck it attitude. It's kind of like, oh, fuck this, I'm just gonna do what I want to do now. So something definitely like kaboom happened, and I'm not really going to go into that because now everything is looking a lot different. Everything is seeming to be more about not worrying about money, not worrying about what people are thinking about you, really just enjoying the new maturity that you have around the journey, the journey to life, the journey with life, in life, I don't know, English, I don't know. But yeah, let me see now what your, oh my God. That is so similar to that, and that is so similar to that. And that. Definitely travel here, guys. Oh my Jesus. So, this background, it says discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So a lot of truth has been revealed to you, and you're seeing it in a different light. Exactly kind of where I was thinking. Wow, I noticed something just in that card. Okay, in this card you can see there's a tree there, and he's heading in towards the forest. He's starting a new journey. It just seems here with this as well that like this tree, I don't know if you can see it, the tree and these two trees are standing out to me as well. It has to be. I don't know. It just feels like two people coming together and going to bump into each other on their little journey to it's like you're attracting someone. It's like you're right on the right path to kind of a shock, as in like something out of a fairy tale book or something. I don't know, again with that book. But you're not going to expect it. With the High Priestess in reverse, you're not really going to expect what's coming, because you're living more in the moment, and you're not in your third eye chakra as much, because you're going to, wherever you're going in the next however long this takes, it's going to be a very nice experience for you. And I have no doubt about your life changing for the better. And you're going to look back at this year and be like, I am so glad all that happened, because now you have cleared a lot of stuff that was from your childhood and all of that, and now you're moving into a life that's completely different to what you would ever think about. Completely different. It's almost like you're creating a life that is solely about exploring different cultures, different everything different. You just want different things all of the time, and you want to experience it all, and you're not afraid anymore of making mistakes or anything, or looking bad to anyone else. You just want to do what you want to do, and if you mess up, who's going to judge you? Because you're going to be only focused on the next thing and the next thing. And I like that energy. So yeah, I'm not sure if this will resonate right now, but let me know in the comments how you thought about this. Did you like it? Obviously you would have liked it, because like, who wouldn't like that? But yeah, thank you so much for watching group number 2, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So I'm not going to channel, I am going to just use cards first, and then we will go from there. I'm just going to try and work with the symbolism first and the imagery, and then I might pick up other things, because I have been. I was trying to just, I wanted to get back, ow! I wanted to get back into, I banged my knee. I wanted to get back into working with the cards sometimes, because I love to channel, but sometimes it is a little draining. And usually when I have to ground myself, I get really hungry and eat unhealthy food, so I don't want to do that this evening. I've been very good. But anyway, let us talk about what I'm picking up here. So I just want to say that you're definitely having a little bit of a battle with your mind, because we have 2 swords here, and I feel like it also involves a relationship for some people. Some people it might not. Some people it'll just feel like you don't have anyone, and that you're a little bit lost. But people who have been trying to kind of manifest someone into their life, you're actually going to manifest them the minute that you go back to the way that you were before this person even got involved. That is what I'm picking up from this. There is also, there's just some things I need to clear up first. This. I literally had to, I picked, I don't know if that's a word. I had to take this card because the Ace of Swords reversed, and I started choking, not choking, but my throat got dry, because I feel like this has a lot to do with you're seeing things in such a negative way in your mind, and also I feel like you're not saying the worst things, but when it's kind of you on your own, you're not talking in a very positive way. I feel like it's more mental though. And with the Nine of Swords, it's almost like you're just on the brink of a breakthrough of manifesting what it is that you want, but you just have to take a step back. You need to stop pushing. You're pushing things off the cliff here. And you're doing that mentally. You're mentally pushing something through your own insecurities and your own fears of things not going the way that they were supposed to go. And who's to say they're not going to go that way in the future? You just need to take a step back. That can still happen. Things can still go the way that you want them to go. Just because it looks different and it feels different now doesn't mean that you give up. You're kind of giving up. It's like you're seeing that the ship has sank here. This is it's a sword and it's weighed down by a rope here, and it's reversed. So I'm seeing like the ship under in the sea, and you're trying to. It's like you feel like you were emotionally. Everything just was so heavy emotionally, and you're thinking back to that. So if you can see in the tent here, she's in the tent. She can't get to sleep because she's thinking of this time where she just barely made it out. Okay? And she's thinking about like, what if it went that way? What if it actually was this bad? What if things are going to keep going that way? Or you're going over too much things in your own head, and you're making things seem a lot scarier than they have to be. Because you're not looking at things in the right direction. I'm sorry this isn't the most positive, but it's going to get there, don't worry. Because I am feeling here for you guys, there are certain manifestations that are coming that you have let go of, that are actually going to come in and kind of save your ass a little bit and get you out of this kind of limbo state that you have been in your mind. Some of you are going to receive a gift from somebody. It could be some money. It could be something that costs a lot of money, like a home, or it could be like, I keep picking up that there's something here to do with the government, or the government, the law, or like a lump sum of money that you've been expecting, but you weren't sure if it was going to come through. Some of you, this could be like you're in university, and that all kind of has went to shit. It's like, I feel like 2020 has, with all of the restrictions and everything, has really tested you and really made you think like everything is, you guys, for me, it's tested you the most because it was probably the biggest shock. And a lot of people are seeming like people don't always, people pretend. A lot of people around you are seeming to be like more chill about everything, whereas you're kind of like, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life kind of thing. And you're almost kind of, instead of dealing with the problem, you're distracting yourself with the emotional investments you have with people, and you're trying to be more extroverted, but everyone's in the same boat that seems like it's sinking. Okay, so communication with, basically what I'm hearing here, it's not a really good time for you to be more extroverted, but also you can't be introverted right now, because every time you try to sit or have a nap or something, it's like anxiety kicks in. So I feel like you need to like ask for some help here, because once you kind of calm your mind, and one of the best things that you can do for that is to, I'm literally hearing the song, girl, just don't wanna have fun. So I think that you need to have more fun with your friends, and go back to those days of doing something that is just getting all of the crew together, and it's like, you don't need it to be like the way that they were before the whole whatever, but you can make it different. You can tweak it and just have a little bit of more fun with your friends, definitely, because once you kind of let go a little, everything is going to manifest. And that's usually the way that manifestations happen anyway. But these other manifestations that are going to have to do with a gift, and also things being cleared up with finances as well. It's like your abundance is kind of going to change. And I also feel like a lot of the questions that you have, not involving the person that you, some of you, not all of you, some of you have been attracting, not questions with them, questions that you've had about your career path and things like this. That's all going to be a little bit more clear. Actually, we have a new moon coming up. Very interesting. Full moon, sorry. That's Taurus. I think it's a full moon in Taurus on Halloween, which is going to reveal a lot of shocking truth. So yeah, that just came into my head. Something to do with that. So you're going to find out a lot of truth around that time. I'm also hearing that a little bit of some guidance from your own higher self. You're on the right path. You're following your destiny, so don't ever doubt that you're making a mistake with stuff. You're not. You're exactly listening to your inner self, but you're not really cooperating here. So you need to kind of connect those two energies together in some way, working with your heart and trying to calm the mind, is what I'm hearing. This guy, Four of Cups. Some of you are being very patient. Let me just say that. Some of you are being very, very patient, and I feel bad about some because it's different. I'm getting different messages. Some people I give out to, like, you need to let that person be. But others, I am hearing that you're being patient with someone, and I don't feel like this is a romantic connection. This is someone like a brother, that you have to kind of just wait to see what happens with them, because they're kind of going through their own little emotional stuff at the minute as well. But yeah, I definitely feel like for you guys, a lot of your manifestations are going to come very quickly when you kind of retreat back to having a little bit more fun, okay? Finding sanctuary. Yeah. Some of you actually might have moved home or are actually getting used to being on your own and enjoying your own company more. This is where you're manifesting this, but it's going to take some time to really, really feel comfortable with who you are and being your own best friend, because we come into this world alone and we're going out alone, so you better be your best friend. I don't know why I keep singing to you guys. Are you guys musical? Opening to your spiritual source, and I'm seeing like the castle. I'm thinking on Rapunzel, but I'm really looking at the mist. The mist is like the mystery behind everything that you have been foggy about. I hear again, questions are going to be answered. So don't worry, you're actually going to have some sort of again, I think it has to do with the full moon. You're going to have some sort of like realization and then like a aha moment, or almost some of you like an awakening, kind of like a quick kind of like, fuck, that's what this all boils down to, and I can't believe I didn't see it. It's one of those moments that you're just going to be like, whoa. And it has to do with, I do see a home. I do see a home for you, somewhere new. So if your situation hasn't been really great, it's probably the energy of that place. And also cleanse your space. I'm hearing that. Cleanse your space. You should be doing that once a week. If you're, especially not, I don't always do that myself, but if I see a pattern of me not being able to sleep, or me not being able to get out of that anxious feeling, I'm like, there's something in the room, there's something here, there's something that has latched on to me or someone in my family, and I need to get it out. Just recently I had a really, I don't know why I'm telling you this story, but maybe it'll resonate with some of you. Just like, not last week, a while back, we had this really unusual smell in the home, and it was really musty, and I know what the smell is because I smelled it before in a different place in a different time of my life, but I knew that it wasn't a smell that was normal. Like it was a musty smell, but it was also like, it smelled kind of like death. And I knew that there was something energetically, it was my guides telling me, because they do that sometimes, telling me that there's something off here. And once I started like getting my incense and the essential oils, and I did kind of like a little ritual to kind of get that energy out of the home, everything has changed. Everyone is more relaxed, everyone is more chill, the smell has gone. It comes back, but it's only when I kind of need to keep it back up. So it's not fully gone, but the more power you have with your intention, and you keep kind of keeping your space clear, the more clear your mind is. So look at what you have around you and what's cluttering your home. What's cluttering your home is cluttering your mind. I have 15% left, so I will end that there, and I will get on to the group number 4. But yeah, leave a comment down below if this made sense at all, and I will talk to you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 4. So I'm not going to channel today. I'm just going to read from the cards, and I will probably pick up some messages as I'm looking at the cards as well. So. This energy is similar to one other group, the group that had to do with travel. I don't remember what group that was now. Okay, so with the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, there is definitely like a transition of you knowing your own worth and what you will and will not tolerate. And it's almost like no matter what's happening in the world right now, you're not letting that be your excuse. It's like no more excuses and no more kind of taking on the energy of others more so. You're starting to you're starting to shine in a different way, and people aren't really going to understand some of your decisions, some of the changes that you're going to be making. Some of the changes you're going to be making at the beginning, it's going to seem like, what, you're not doing that? You're not doing that no more? But in the overall energy of you're manifesting something, it's like you're having to end something because you felt like you were like trapped. You felt like you had to stay stuck. It's like you felt like you were in your own like little prison that you made for yourself because of what other people were going through, and you were kind of getting comfortable as well. And like now with this card, it's like you don't have to be that way. You're wanting to have a little bit more fun in your life with the 9 of Cups here, and it's like everything that you've been talking about recently has started to kind of, bits and pieces here and there have started to kind of come into your life. Like this lady in this card, and she's like, hello, surprise, I'm here. I've always been here, but you just weren't ready, and now I'm here. It's like every little thing that we think about is there somewhere for us, and it's always just taking the action and leaving the old the old things that we used to love and be passionate about and leaving them behind. And we have such a hard time with that, because it's like, I'm really gonna miss this, but I know that I'm gonna love this so much more. But because you don't see it in your physical reality, you kind of are so much more comfortable with staying in the thing that you do really know. Like, it's for sure that I've manifested this, but it's like, now what's next? And you're kind of being guided in a way as well here, because it's like, this thing that I see with how free will kind of happens is like, this was part of your journey anyway. But you kind of, we have the free will to make it speed up through understanding where we are and where we are with our spiritual connection. And for you, it's like, you can feel it, you can spiritually feel that this is happening, and it's almost like you don't know why, but for some reason you feel like something's going to go wrong if you don't start making a move. And that's why this 10 of Wands is here. It's like, your spirit guides are going to come in, and the signs are going to be a lot more like full on. Like, for example, some of you may not be very comfortable with the people that you're working with, or the people that are in your everyday kind of life, and more people are going to start to piss you off. More and more days are going to feel like a little bit like not worth it anymore. But trust me when I say this, once you break through this kind of like, okay, I know where I'm going in life, you're going to welcome in something that is very, very special, and it feels almost like you've known about it for quite some time. And also, I think that you've been getting messages from other places as well to kind of show you what it is that you were going to be working towards. A lot of you as well have really been working on your own feminine energy with the High Priestess here. It's like, you're starting to loosen up a bit with the whole spirituality kind of stuff. You're starting to not take it as serious, because when you kind of stop for a minute and just look at things from this new way of being that you're going to be moving into, you're going to be very happy with this kind of new content energy that you're having, okay? Because I feel like some of you, it really, for me, it feels like you're moving a home, because the house is in the back here. I don't know. It feels like, for me, you're moving home, and this new place that you're going to move to, it's going to have so much around it that is convenient for you. With this 9, like, you're going to have maybe a little bar. And probably your secret side is going to kind of come out as well. So for me, it's like, you're manifesting something or somewhere that is going to give you the freedom to be yourself, the freedom to just enjoy life and be your true authentic self, and be more like walking around naked, enjoying your body, a lot of sensual, like really looking at yourself and being like, I am so damn hot. Like I see that, like you're manifesting a life where everything is set in a way that makes you look at everything and like, that's me, that's part of me. You're seeing the beauty in everything that you created, like even your own home. You're starting to have a little bit of creativity, and you're also, some of you are wanting to be seen, and you will, but I just want to say with that, it's like a manifestation. You're wanting to be more noticed from something. So this could be, you could be maybe doing YouTube, you could be having your own tarot channel, something like that. That is going to manifest for you, but I just want to let you know that be a little bit careful with that, because not that it's going to go, anything's going to go wrong, but it's just like, don't put all your eggs in one basket kind of scenario is what I'm picking up. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Okay. I don't normally work with angels anymore. But if you're someone who works with angels, I did feel like from that light here and the way that he's holding that, that light, I did think that there was something guiding you anyway. I felt that strongly. And some of you, it has to do with messages from your phone, from technology. I think your angels or your spirit guides or whatever is connecting with you through technology. So be very switched on to that, and you can actually ask spirit guides, higher self, etc. to send you messages through technology, or so many different ways you can do that. You can like shuffle music on Spotify and like think of a question, and then the next song that comes on is going to give you a message. There's so many different ways, like everything. This is what I don't understand. People think that tarot is the only form of divination. I barely use tarot because I am like getting messages from the trees, from the bugs, from the deer that ran across the field the other day. I just see the beauty and the magic and everything that is here for us to look at. Everything outside of you has a message, and it's magical. It's so magical. But yeah, I think you guys are pretty sure that, you know, you're manifesting what you want to manifest. And I just think that for such a long time you guys have been living in environment that felt like you were never going to make it, or you were never going to have an income that was kind of flowing. And now it's like the drinks are flowing here and you're being a little bit more spontaneous. You're enjoying life a little differently to how you would have done it in the past, and all of that is a big well done. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you didn't like this. And yeah, I will talk to you all in the future. Goodbye. My voice is going.